Let's see if this one works. There we go. Just got to find the right channel. So first and foremost, I'd like to get a round of applause for Tim O'Driscoll and Siobhan. Where's Siobhan? They're both in the back there somewhere. So those of you who were at this event a year ago know this was Siobhan's idea probably 2 years ago or so. Said, hey, let's get an event on just for the developers, as opposed to the other events which tend to be larger and have, as many DPDK consumers and people who want to learn about it as it does hardcore developers. But this is the core event for you guys. I appreciate all of you coming as well. I know, where's the person who's from Kazakhstan? So we should give this guy a round of applause. I don't think we've ever had anybody from your country before. We do have folks that are traveling in, and I appreciate that. I know everybody's got travel budgets and expenses, and you guys prioritizing showing up here to help build our community is really worthwhile for everyone, I think. The other thing I commented to somebody is the interaction is just fantastic. I said to somebody, I said, some of these dialogues, that's like 4 days worth of the mailing list, and people talked about their inboxes from the mailing list, right? Some of these conversations are probably about 35 to 50 emails, and a 15-minute conversation after a talk saves all that. So I think it's a fantastic use of all of our time here today. Just, I guess, quickly, does anybody have suggestions for improvements? Things you'd like to see different? Anybody shout anything out? Food was okay? Vincent?
First, thank you, Jim, because I think we need to thank you too, and thanks, Intel. I will say last year the event was very great because it was bound with some Linux development, and it would be nice. And I know it's very difficult because they keep moving around, and I like coming to Ireland. So then maybe they should come back. But it was nice to have it last year with the Linux conference.
Right. Yeah, we actually talked about that. I think you actually headed to the airport again. I know you had to run, and Thomas was here. We talked about where to have it, and should we move this around and follow that. And what the consensus then, and maybe we can open it up again, was the fact that admittedly Intel is a very large contributor, and we have a site 2 hours from here in Shannon. And having it in Ireland enables us to bring a very large number of those people here in an affordable way. If you move this to Berlin or Madrid or somewhere else, we still would show up and support it, but we wouldn't bring nearly as many people unless somebody donates a big travel budget to us. So for us, that's a trade-off, but everybody's had the same conversation. Do we tag this along with another event? Last year was LinuxCon, to your point, LinuxCon Europe. I'd love to go back to Berlin, so if anybody has any suggestions there, so. Let's see what else. I think that's mostly it. Just overall, a fantastic event. One of the things we tried this year, you'll see me running around over here on the side, was live streaming this using Periscope, which is some Twitter-owned property now. And our talks range from having a few people on it to as many as 30 to 40 at any one point in time. So I think the outstream, or the ability to have our events live streamed has resonated with some people. We'll go back and look and see now if other folks give us some comments. There have been a couple guys in the developer list who have commented, hey, it's great to be able to at least follow along the conversations, and the fact that the slides are posted at dpdksummit.com already, you can open up the slides, and even if the screen's a little bit fuzzy, the audio is clear enough. So we'll probably try to implement that for all the future events as well. So if there's an event coming up and you can't make it, look for it, and hopefully we'll have a live stream on so folks can do that, and you can let, even if you do come, let your colleagues who don't make it know that there's a live stream they can join overall. So. Beyond that, I'm trying to think if there's other folks that I'm forgetting to thank. Oh, Red Hat and Cisco for sponsoring as well. So I don't know if Dave or the other folks from Red Hat are still here. I know there's some Cisco folks still here. So thanks to all you guys for helping make this happen. I mean, it's a combination of skills everywhere. Dave's in the back, I think. Some funding from Intel, Red Hat, and Cisco. There's what I'll call it a different type of currency of funding of all the presenters. Right? All the presenters take the time to get their slides done. Tim endlessly hounds them to get their presentations in at least a day ahead so we can get them posted on the site. So I appreciate everybody, cooperating and collaborating on that front too. I think that's it. We have one last slide, I think. Where's my clicker? Stay classy. This was from Miriam's talk earlier. Everybody know Ron Bergman. If you haven't seen Anchorman, it's a very funny movie. So next up, those of you who aren't interested are free to go, but we're gonna, one more thing, okay, I'll get there. We're gonna invite Olivier up in a second here to continue the MBUF discussion. And again, the fact that we have so many people here, I think we have about a half an hour for that. Where's MJ? MJ's up here. So one other thing, so how many people, non-Intel people, who doesn't have a copy of the cookbook? Do or don't? There's extras over here. We're looking for feedback. So if you look inside the cookbook, if somebody wants to hold one up, I think it's on page 3 or 4 or so, you'll see a comment from MJ in there saying, hey, I'd like your feedback on this. We heard earlier, I forget who it was, someone was making the comment that, hey, we really need, I think it was some of the semi-half guys, were making the comment, hey, we really need some material. Yeah, we have the developers and programmers guide on the website, and that's great. If you already know what you're doing, it helps you. If you don't know what you're doing, how do you get started? And I know we have that problem. We bring in new hires and interns and people new to networking the project. So having a book that helps them get started, that's what this cookbook is all about. So if you haven't gotten one, please pick one up on the table over here. There's some left. Flip through it. Let MJ know what you think. You can call him, email him, find him in the back here. He's a pretty obvious guy. You can't miss him. Pretty funny. He does a lot of our training events. He's got a whole ton of videos online. If you haven't seen him, if you're in the Bay Area, he runs public training sessions at least once a month. He's got one coming up next week, right? So there's a lot going on. And what we're after from you guys, the community who know, is do you think this is useful for newbies? Are there other things you'd like to see in it? And just give them some feedback. One other thing, I almost forgot. Did everybody get their DVDK sticker? These are also on the table over there. Don't leave home without one. Don't leave here without one. I think that's it. I think with that, let's a round of applause for everybody and invite up Olivier. Thank you.